when the world's first airplane took its first flight in 1903. No one believed it, because before that day, it was said that it was not possible for humans to move around in the air. But now the scientist has found some evidence that it seems that the world's first airplane was not in Wright brothers, but it was already done by ancient civilizations that lived thousands of years ago. Welcome to Histori Scapes. There's also a large area in a forest in Colombia where a civilization of humans once lived that combined gold and copper to make many beautiful objects. And today we know this civilization as Quimbaya. 1,000 years ago, this entire civilization ended due to a natural disaster, but these people left many things behind. In 1965, a group of archaeologists and researchers were excavating here, and then they found a huge box containing numerous items made of gold. It was a small part of the same artifacts that people of Quimbaya civilization used to make. From jewelry to decoration pieces, there was nothing that was not in this box. But there was only one thing that got everyone's attention. It also contained an artifact that resembled an airplane. Thousands of years ago, airplanes did not fly, so everyone thought it was a gold model of a flying insect or bird. But there was something about the artifact that surprised everyone. But when the artifact was handed over to an aerodynamics expert for detailed study, it finally began to unravel. It is known that the design of this artifact is quite different from that of birds and insects, because there is no bird in the world that has a straight back as seen in this model. All insects and birds have upper wings, but this model's wings are attached to its body from below. And this can only be seen in modern airplanes or space shuttles. These wings are called ailerons in engineering language, whose function is to turn the airplane left and right. This model, made more than 1,000 years before the first airplane of Wright brothers, amazed the experts and researchers around the world. Because in this model, along with the rudder and ailerons, its design was also aerodynamics friendly. Friction created by the wind during flight minimizes the drag on the aircraft, which is why every airplane is designed to cut through the air and move forward. And this design is called aerodynamics-friendly design. If this model was made with the intention of being a toy, then it is obvious why and how these delicate things were taken care of, which did not even have a name at that time. Did the Quimbaya civilization that settled 1,000 years ago really succeed in building a real airplane? Was it a model of his real plane that was made so finely? Maybe you can find the answer in this video. 550 kilometers away from Cairo, Egypt, there is a place of worship of the ancient Egyptians, which is also called the Temple of Seti, and this place also has many secrets hidden inside it. Like other ancient sites of Egypt, secret messages were written on the walls of this temple. This writing is called hieroglyphics, which tells a lot about the people who lived here and the life of the king. Some hidden messages were written in the hieroglyphics made in this temple 2,000 years ago, which may have been deciphered to reach us today. Some things were built on the wall of this place which we call modern technology today. A modern airplane in which the rudder can be clearly seen. The shape of the helicopter is similar to that of today's modern war helicopter, and the design of the submarine can also be clearly seen. This small part of hieroglyphics has completely surprised the researcher and the scientist because how the technology that has been made now was known to the ancient Egyptians 2,000 years ago. The matter is not over here. The researcher believes that yard ships, submarines, helicopters, airplanes can be seen in this picture, but what are the other things built around them? Is this a future technology that we haven't seen yet? Or the glowing evidence found in the temple indicates that ancient Egypt had all these things? Modern technology is not limited to the temple of the city. The oldest pyramids of Egypt, which is also called Djoser, the researcher also found a lot of show pieces made by ancient Egypt. Among these show pieces was a model carved from wood. Experts believe that this model looks like a bird, but when it was further researched, one mystery after another was revealed. Looking at its aerodynamic design and its wing space, it will not be wrong to say that its shapes are similar to modern airplanes. In order to prove these words of the experts, it was necessary to conduct a filling test of this sample with the help of modern technology. Aerodynamic experts produced a copy that was 5% larger than the original design. When the flying test of this sample was done in the lab, the experts were quite surprised to see the result. The model was completely aerodynamic, but there was one very important thing missing. Yes, airplanes require a tail for takeoff and landing, and this tail was not present in this model, but surprisingly a small part of the model was broken from the place where the tail should have been attached. This broken part is a sign that maybe the maker of this model had a tail attached to it, but now for some reason this tail is now broken. The expert, on his part, attached a tail to this model to test it once again, and the results that came out this time were quite surprising. The model was hovering in the air like an airplane, proving that this model, built 2,000 years ago, was perfect for flying. If the ancient Egyptians had made such a perfect model, would they ever be able to fly it or not? This question will continue to trouble the experts and researchers like the hieroglyphics made in the temple of the city and the airplane model of the Quimbaya civilization left mystery. If you like this video, please like, share, and press the bell icon.